When we defined our project, we defined a project as a temporary endeavor which is undertaken to create a unique product, service, or a result. Now, I said project is a temporary endeavor which is undertaken to create a unique product, service, or a result. So let's say why it is temporary. It is temporary because the group of tasks which I will be doing in this project will start one day and will end one day. So I'm not going to continue or continuously do certain set of activities one after another without an end date. No, I have to do these set of activities for a purpose, which is my objective, which is my goal, which is my unique result, which I'm going to produce in a time bound effort, starting one day, ending one day. First question you will always ask when you start a project, what is the end date? When we are going to achieve it? Or identify that end date, how much time it will take to achieve this result. So let's time bound it. So that's first thing. Secondly, we are saying that um, projects are the catalysts for change. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, we want to change the way we do the business. So here we are, and there we want to go. So this is a change. With the project that we will do, we will transform, we will change the way we do our businesses. Maybe we will do some process change, or we will position ourselves in the market by introduction of new products, new services. So whatever we will do during the project, it will change us. It bring more revenue. It will improve our operations. It will make our customers more happy. It will change somehow the way we are right now and the way we will be when the project will end. Okay, are you guys understanding?
Yes,
Yes.
sure.
Then we said that through projects we will create value. So value is nothing but some kind of help that we will be able to do through this process. For example, a person is struggling um, by he has a piece of data and he is not able to understand it. So we will bring a system through a project that will help the person to analyze the data, and it will help the person to generate various reports and various piece of information from this data or some intelligence from this data. So what did we do? We added a value for this person. We brought in a system and the person utilized the system. He just uploaded the data and he was able to.
I think Albert should mute also so that because there is a sound coming from quick. Well,
No problem. Anyone who is not speaking can mute it. Yeah. All right. So that's what we said, that we will deliver some value through this kind of project or any kind of project that organizations do. They will either add new uh, products in their product base which will generate more revenue for them. So that is the way projects will create products and products will drive the revenue. So organization will have more value for them. Okay, now what are the success factors for a project? Like how we can measure a success of a project, or we say, okay, do this and your project will be a success. First thing first, you have decided you will learn PMI methodology, which is by doing PMP, you will learn PMI methodology. That method is a way to success. So they say no method, no success, which means if you have a method, your chances of success will increase, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So now that's why we say organizations have to be mature in project management. By maturity, we mean they should empower their project managers by training them in methodologies such as PMI, PMP, and then also empowering them with the resources, with the money budget, and so that they can utilize that resource and they can deliver some results. So organizations which are mature in project management, they will have all these standard processes in place. They will have methods such as you are starting a project, bring project charter, prepare project charter, identify your stakeholders, create your work breakdown structure, and so and so and so. So you will see there is some process being followed, some artifacts being followed. So that's what we say. Organizational project management maturity has an direct effect on the projects that you will do in the organization. Secondly, project manager, his own or his her own effectiveness, like how best you communicate with others. Are you a people person? Can you work well with people on ground? Can you understand them? Can you motivate them? Can you encourage them and get the job done? That means you have your interpersonal skills and you are an effective project manager. So in project management, we daily have issues like people are not motivated to come to the meetings. They're not prepared with their the progress of their tasks, and they are not so how we can make sure that people attend the meetings and they are fully prepared. So this relates to your own effectiveness as a project manager, that how well you manage your relationships between the organization with the people that you work with. Strong funding. Now, projects also need resources. Resource mean it can be material, manpower, equipment, and funding. Everything requires money to be driven. Like the project activities need money. Like people will be onboarded, the salaries will be paid. So everything is linked with the funding. So how strong your sponsor is, your project chances of success will also increase. True?
Yes, true.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. And then when you onboard the team members, they have to be skilled. So definitely not everyone has same level of skill, but a project manager would always love to have skilled people in his team, right? In his or her team, right? So the more the organizations have in-house skill set, the more chances are that they will be successful. And then we see environment of collaboration. Environment of collaboration is the job of a project manager, that he has to create an environment of collaboration in which people love to help, provide helping hand with each other and collaborate in a way that they complement each other. If someone is not there, they keep they keep the momentum going, right? So collaboration means that everyone gelling together and working in a cohesive whole. But this is a job of a PM, that he has to create that environment where people love to work with each other. Now, some people are we have people type of people. Like some people work really well in a collaborative environment. Some people actually are not team players, right? They individually work and then they just want to showcase that they are the like everything, right? So we have team players, we have individual workers. So project manager has to take care of everyone who uh, every personality type. Like in the real world, you will not find people of your choice. You have to get the job done with the people available, right?
Right, right. That
Yes,
is
yes,
what I've
right.
been looking all this while.
Yeah. So when it comes to motivations, people have different needs. Some people are driven by real rewards like monetary value, and you can't get the job done from them without showing them the carrot. and some people are scared of getting fired, and then you cannot get the job done by without showing them the stick, right? So these are type of tricks that a project manager can utilize depending on the people, like depending on the person he's dealing with, like how to motivate him. He can sometimes be a directive leader where he shows a stick or he shows a reward. Like if you do this, then there is a reward in the end of the quarter, or then there is a bonus for that. But people have different needs, right? And they have different problems. So you need to understand those. You need to understand those because someone is facing his real problem with his life, and then you can't expect them to be more productive. So what you need to do, you need to find right people for the right job who are, it doesn't mean that you need to request for removal of those people who have problems, but you need to find ways that how you can support those people. So that's bit of more of that, but I told you what are the success factors and what is the project. So is there any question?
No. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, so project management is not a new career. Project management has been there since ages, since centuries. Okay, it is just a structured. It was structured somewhere in 1970s or 60s when in Georgia Institute of Technology, a group of people started a forum of project managers, and then it took a year or two or three to form a institute which we call now Project Management Institute. And what they do, they offer to the world some standards such as PM Book Guide and publications and seminars and in the field of project management. So they gather the project managers around the world, and then they continue to publish books, seminars. The lectures, and they produce the standards. So from that time till now, and when they started PMP in 1984, the year I believe none of one was born. So the PMP itself, the certification started in somewhere end of 1984. Uh, so, so what is then project management? So we learned about project, but what is project management now? Project management is the application of knowledge, is the application of skills and the tools and the techniques that we will be learning over the time of this course to the activities of your project. So when you apply those tools and techniques in your daily life, in your project, on the activities of your project, and when you use that knowledge and the skills, right, you are doing project management. Okay. So when you use some brainstorming session to define the scope of work, what did you do? You did the scope management of the project management. When you came up with a schedule model, what did you do? You developed a schedule, and that is scheduling part of your project management. When you identified various risks together with your team, what did you do? Risk management, which is part of the project management. So application of knowledge, skills and tools and techniques to the activities of your project is project management. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, there's a big difference between outcome and what we call as deliverables. So when we say, okay, with a project, we will deliver some product, a unique product, service, or result. But just delivering a nice car or just delivering a mobile application and putting it on the app store, will it fulfill the purpose? Is it something that you will be rewarded? No.
No.
Imagine you participated in the drawing competition and then you were able to put up some drawing, right? But what if when you were able to put up a drawing in the given time, and because of that drawing, you won the competition and then you were rewarded with the medal? That's an outcome. So remember, deliverable is not the end goal. The outcome is the end goal of a project. Got it?
Noted.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's where they say projects do not simply produce outputs, but more importantly, enable those outputs to drive outcomes. And that ultimately delivers value to the organizations and its stakeholders, which in fact is a profound statement from the PM Books Guide, 7th edition. All right. Can you describe, you guys, in your own words, how project management has changed in your eyes over the period of time? Arsalan.
Uh, According to me, before that, you can say that it's changed the whole policies of the organizations, such as before they don't have any such sort of discipline. But after adopting this project management skills or techniques or tools, they get a discipline and they achieve their deliverables outcomes, just like you have explained.
Yeah,
This is all from my
yeah,
side.
yeah. But yeah, yeah. We can say that. We can say that. You're right. Yes, Abel, you want
Yes.
to add?
Yes, for me, I believe that project management has evolved over time because of new innovations of technology, and so that has driven new skills. So a lot of things have changed when it comes to project management because of that. The science nature has changed, has evolved, has improved drastically over time. So I believe that this has affected the project management skills.
True, true. That is true as well. What
Okay.
about you, Valerie?
Yes. For me, I think we are talking the things that have changed within the project management, right? Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I think the things that have changed in the project management is the achieving project within a period of time and defining defining a product before even starting it, and as well as budgeting on a project before starting it, because I'm trying to assume or to believe that before when project management was created, people will carry out project by assumption. They don't actually have the picture of what they want, and they get doing it, and they don't have a particular period of time which they want to finish it. But with the new technology and scheduling programs and all the like, it has changed the project management in such a way that projects are required to be delivered in a particular period of time, so as to uh, achieve you just use a word here, uh, not just a product, but a valuable something that will be valuable in the market. Yeah.
Uh, True, true. So, yeah, true. I am just contemplating on what Valerie said, and it's really amazing that we are not presuming things, we are planning, and this is a big change, right, Valerie?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, that's how now we are in better control, uh, because we know what can go wrong, and we can plan uh, through creating various what if scenarios, right? Through creating various what if scenarios through various tools, and we can be better prepared for the things that can go wrong, and the can derail our project progress when it comes to budget, cost, or resources, anything. All right. So now a big topic, uh, elephant in the room, which is what type of methodology that we should choose And there is a big debate between two types of methodologies, either predictive or agile. And then there is the hybrid methodology as well. So we two kind of projects. We do two kind of projects. One is where we do which are the plan-based projects, where we can plan looking forward. We can say, all right, let's look at the scope of work and then let's plan how much time it will take and how much budget it will take. So we look at scope of work, we see, okay, looks like we are constructing a house or a bridge. This is something very tangible. We can understand bridges are constructed, how bridges are constructed, how buildings are constructed. So the scope of work or the end goal is imaginable, tangible. Uh, so we can come up with the kind of work required to do that. And then we can estimate the work and then we can see, okay, who can do this job? All right, we can identify the resources and we can quickly, or maybe taking time, we can predict upfront how much time and how much cost will be required for these kind of projects. So that's a plan-based approach. Secondly, we have a change-based approach. Now, in the first approach, we knew the scope, like we knew what is the end goal. Now, if you don't know the end goal and you can expect many changes as you explore, and it's a kind of a research and development project. Okay, so you don't know what are the features the product will have, and you keep this question open, like what can go into the project is a still an open question, and we will explore it and we will see what is valuable we will be delivering. So change based approach is for those projects where the end goal is not clear, when you don't know, in the end, this software will have feature A, B, C, D, E. You don't know the full roadmap that what are the features you are going to launch in this product. You don't know. Okay. You don't know what are the features. You know maybe a bit about it, but you have yet to explore more of this product. So when the scope is flexible, you use the change-based approach. When the scope is fixed, you use the plan-based approach. So when the scope is fixed, we call it predictive kind of project management. You can predict time and cost needed to deliver these kind of projects. When the scope is not fixed, you consider it changing scope. Yeah, the changing scope, and the changing scope is the agile project management. So I hope principally you guys understood the difference, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now we have very different uh, uh, names or the role players in these two kind of approaches. So project manager is conventional project management or predictive nature of project management. When you hire a person as a manager, as a project manager, and his role is to plan a project, to bring up, to open MS project and put all the activities that need to be done and make an alignment with all the organizational resources that yes, we are delivering it and we know what needs to be done. This is a project manager. And so now he is not or she is not a person who knows the product. They know how to organize the work, right? So they will be assisted with a business analyst. So the role player, second role player which will come in is a business analyst. Okay. So, and then in these kind of projects, you will see uh, there is a big one phase project, okay, in which you will you will be having a one delivery in the end of the project. So planning will be done for the full scope of work, and then we'll be working to execute it. we'll do some execution, and then we'll monitor and control, and then in the later we will be delivering or closing, right? So these kind of projects are pretty conventional, and the role players that we said are the project manager and the business analyst, two main role players, and then we have project sponsors who fund the project. Okay, so in this kind of approach, sponsor will come to the project manager and will tell uh, gentleman or gentle or the lady, we have scope of work, that I have scope of work, and I want you to estimate using your planning muscles, your project management skills, how much time and money I need to get this done. Okay, I want a house and I have an idea of a house, and then I need your expertise to come up with the estimate in terms of time and in terms of money, how much I will need to pay and how much time I need to spend to get this house. So, but in agile project, we call it a product owner. Okay, let's say the sponsor role is changed to the product owner, and the product owner is a kind of business analyst who works with the stakeholders, like who works with the business, who works with the organization, and he understands the functions and the features that this product should have. And he is from the SME from the industry, like he's a subject matter expert. He has worked in, let's say, if you work in telecom, he has worked in telecom industry for years, and then he can understand your language. He can put up what you want in your product. He can put up in writing. Okay, so one of the role player in the agile is the product owner. And then we will have a facilitator called Scrum Master. So the anonymous role of a project manager in Agile is called as Scrum Master. Okay, so now the Scrum Master, in fact, uh, he does nothing. He does nothing. He just facilitates his team. So he facilitates his team and he organizes the work for his team. He doesn't direct the people some by assigning some tasks and responsibilities. No, he guides and facilitates his team so that they can do their job. So it's a bit of a leadership role he plays. Okay, he or she plays. So what does Scrum Master need to know? He needs to know various process flow techniques such as Kanban board, such as uh, such as Scrum. Okay, so he should be able to run Scrum ceremonies. Scrum is one of the methods that we consider uh, very helpful in managing projects of agile nature. Okay, but it's just to push the work of the project from not started till completed. So it's one of the way to get the things done. So the project manager role is changed in agile environment, and it's called as Scrum Master, who is simply a facilitator who works with the team, uplifts his team, motivates them, resolve their embedments, be in touch with them on daily basis. He helps them to succeed. So in doing their work, and the team themselves is self-motivated. So the team does not need to be micromanaged. So both kind of teams are a little bit different. In the predictive environment, the team always waits for the tasks to be assigned to them and then they deliver. But in the agile environment, teams are self-motivated. They organize themselves, their day around the work that they have on their table. So they come, they gather, they pick up the work, they finish it. If they have capacity, they will come again, they will do another kind of work, and then they will end the day. So the teams are pretty different nature, and we will be exploring agile in general. Now, what are the role players? Other role players, I explained about product owner, I explained about Scrum Master, and then I told that Scrum Master is a facilitator, and then also what he needs to know is that he needs to be aware of various methods, such as lean methods, in which we will learn Kanban board, agile methods, frameworks in which we will learn Scrum, and that's it. And the project team in the Agile, it can have any and more roles, like I said, product owner, and also it can have testers and the developers if it is a software development project. Okay. Now, how does the delivery of the value happen? Delivery of the value happens in chunks and pieces. Okay. So now we have two options. We can have uh, we can have uh, we said that uh, product is delivered as a big bang delivery in the predictive environment, right? But now here there are two scenarios. Uh, I will have multiple deliveries because uh, I will have small projects. I will not do a project of a year or 6 months or 5 years and then deliver your house. So let's say house is not a good example for the agile projects. So I have a agile project, which is for developing a mobile app. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one iteration. This iteration could be for 2 weeks to deliver you one working feature in this mobile app. And then if you as a customer decides to launch it, we will launch it. If you as a customer will decide that this app should have one, two, four features more before we should introduce it into the market, fine, we will do another iteration of 2 weeks and we will add one more feature. After two features, if you decided to launch, we can deliver it, like we can launch it. Okay, but we will launch it as A plus B, two features, right? And let's say we will also continue to work on this product after the launch, and we will release another release 1.2 in which we will have A plus B and then C. So how do we deliver the value? Incrementally. We delivered A and then we delivered A plus B and then A plus B plus C. So how do we deliver value? We deliver value incrementally. And what do? We develop iteratively. We did one iteration and we delivered A. We did another iteration, we delivered B. We did another iteration, we delivered C. But we delivered on top of A plus B. When we delivered C, it was on top of A plus B. When we delivered B, it was on top of A. You are getting my point, right? Developing iteratively and releasing increment in agile. Okay, guys. Difficult?
No, not it.
No. Okay.
Another role in the projectized organizations is of a PMO. So you will not find PMO structure in all kind of organizations, but definitely in the large organizations, you will find a structure under the CEO, and there will be a director of PMO department, and then there will be many persons working as project management or program management officers in those organizations. And what do? They are people who are helping the project managers in the organization. They will provide them the training of the methodologies, methods. If you remember, I mentioned Scrum, I mentioned Kanban board, I mentioned various frameworks, I mentioned PMI methodology as well, let's say. So what does a PMO do? They provide you with the knowledge and information. They provide you the templates. You need a project charter template. Why to reinvent the wheel? We'll give you. So they give the project charter template to the project managers who will start building the project charters for their projects. You need a stakeholder register. Here is it. You need a risk register. Here is it. You need issue log, decision log. Here is it. So no matter what you need to start working on your projects, they will provide you. That's a role called supportive role. So they are just there to support you, right? With the tools, with the templates, with the trainings that you need to manage a project. Now, a PMO can be strategic. A PMO can play more in the organization. They can be controlling as well. So let's say they came and trained you on the PMP methodology, and then they will come and audit you. They will say, okay, all right, we taught you 30, 40 processes that how a project need to be managed. Now bring to us your project charter, bring to us your project management plan, bring to us your estimates, your risk register, bring to us, show us your schedule. How did you get the estimates? So all these auditing questions they can come and ask, right? So it's a bit of a controlling role. Now PMO became a policeman, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then there can be another way PMO can add value. If they roll up their sleeves and then they work side by side with project managers, using their influence, uh, using their cross-functional skills within the organizations, because these are the guys with the top bosses, right? They work with the directors from all the departments. So you need some help from the marketing in your project. Okay, I'll bring the director marketing in your meeting because I have the power, right? So, so if they work side by side with the project manager supporting the delivery of the deliverables, right? In somehow, then they are more adding more value for the project managers, right? They are bringing the resources for the project managers, right?
Yes.
So that's a more directive role. Okay, that's a more directive role. So now PMOs are persons, people, X, Y, Z in the organization. They are there to support project managers. They can audit the project managers, and then they can side by side work with the project managers to expedite the delivery of the projects. Now, these guys are called PMOs. And one of the career paths of a project manager is to become PM. You get my point?
Yes.
Now, now this is a structure in the conventional organization, but if you go towards your right, where we call it a Agile Center of Excellence. So another fancy name for the PMO is Agile Center of Excellence. When it comes to organization which has now moved from predictive way of working to the agile ways of working, so they will rename, they will use these fancy terminologies. We are having our Agile Center of Excellence, and what do we have in that? Instead of PMOs, we have agile coaches. We call them what yeah, agile coaches. And then there is another name of this agile center of excellence, which is called value delivery office. So what do they do? Now in agile uh, teams, we have product owner, we have agile. In agile, we have scrum master, right? So what do agile coaches do? They train those scrum masters on what? On those Kanban board, scrum ceremonies, and also more technically as well, because these are the coaches, right? So they will give the training how to manage conflicts, how to be better in your management of not management, but um, how to do things, because coach knows how to do it well. The coach is there to show you how it can be done, and then you will be starting to do it, right? If you are not familiar with certain tool and technique or specific engineering practice, because they've been in your place once and then they utilize that practice, and then they can show you, yeah, this is how it can be done. So the coaches build capabilities in their people. Got it?
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Now organizations have this culture of projects, programs, portfolios, and when you see a CEO, he is managing a big portfolio, and he has various CMO, CFO, and many CTO, many people under him, and they each one of them is responsible for their portfolio. Then what's happening in the organization? What's happening in the organization? In the organization, we are having an internal environment in which we try to do things, and then we have an external environment. So if you look at me and you look at me as a company CEO, so I will be concerned with our competitors, what they are doing, what kind of products they are launching, and are we ahead of the competition? Are we lagging behind? How much is the market share they have, and how much is the market share we have, right? So I'm looking outward, and I am competing in a market. I have an organization, I have a portfolio, big portfolio, and I have an internal environment. And in the internal environment, what I have various projects, programs, and portfolios created, right? So let's say I am a CEO of a telecom company, and I just arrived in Dubai, and we have the license to operate as a telecom operator. Okay, so we have a lot of things to do. We have a promising. We made promises that, let's say, in the first 5 years or 2 years, we will be capturing our first 1 million subscribers. It's a big goal to capture 1 million subscribers in Dubai or in UAE of your own as a new telecom company. You are making a big goal, right? Okay. Now, what you need to do, you need to expand your footprint. You need to make con. I mean, you need to expand your network. You need to provide a service to thousands of people so that they can subscribe you, right? You need to go near to your people, right? So you will have various projects. You will have a network expansion project, retail expansion project. You will open various retail outlets for selling the SIM cards. You will make various partnerships with your partners to sell through them. Resellers, you will have to establish the ground presence. Like what you are selling is the network connectivity. So you need to have network on the ground. So may need to have various projects to do network expansion, right? So all you are doing is various projects, programs, and portfolios. But what is the end goal? In the end, you should be the day you started offering your service, you should be reaching 1 million subscribers in 5 years period of time or 2 years period of time. So what it is happening, everything is happening is a system of value delivery, right? Right? It's a system of value delivery, right? Because I have managed to uh, if sponsor various projects, approve various programs, and start various portfolios in order to deliver the value for the board members that we have committed to be like to reach to 1 million subscribers in 5 years period of time. So what it is, what we created is a strategy execution framework that includes various projects, various programs, various portfolios. And if you look at it, it's a kind of a grandfather and son and the grandchildren relationship. So you have a portfolio under which you have a program, and under each program, you have various child projects. Okay. So not every portfolio will have a program. There can be a portfolio which only has some, uh, which only has a project. Okay. So if you look at this organizational structure here, you see, for example, this portfolio B has standalone projects. Okay. And this portfolio also has a program. And this program, it has various projects under it, right? This portfolio has two programs, and each of these programs has various projects under it. However, we see there are standalone programs in the organization, such as program B1, which has various projects under it. And we have standalone projects happening in the organization. Everything is a system of value delivery, and we call it organizational project management. What's happening is organization is managing projects, right? In their internal organization, which in fact is there in a more holistic environment, which is the external environment. So this is our internal environment and this is our external environment. Just let me connect the charger.